Hello there, compatriots, loyalists of the crown. This is Marshall, and today we are back in Dishonored, in a very strange place.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Okay, we just met the outsider for the first time. Ah, power blink. Okay. That's how blink works. It is an incredibly useful power. Oh, this is a bit fucked up. You cannot save her, you cannot save her, you cannot save her, you cannot save her. Yeah, this place is a bit spooky. That is a whale just floating out there. Poor son of a bitch. Is it like a live whale, or is it just I think it's a whale. I think that whale's just fucked. Over here we have two nasty looking individuals. And we have Emily, of course. Aw. Whale or fish? Corvo, I'm very sad. They say you are dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. I wonder if she actually wrote that. I don't think they cover whether she actually wrote that or not, but it's definitely intriguing as to whether she did. And here we have presumably Dunwall Tower, from where the spy master can play on his little game board. I'm not gonna lie, it would be fucking epic to have a piece of mapping equipment that worked this well. But also it would just be badass in general to have a fucking giant ass table map of the city that you're trying to conquer. It's pretty cool. Oof, these two are about to be fucking annihilated in a second. These are called tall boys, which, well, hopefully we won't have to, I think we might have to fight them at some point, but not for a while. Let's not worry too much about it. Let's hope we don't.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
So we have the heart, which means we can use it for two purposes. We can, of course, use it to direct us towards bone charms or runes, as it's doing right now when it lights up like that and beats. The faster it beats, the closer you are. So you can use that, which is why you don't actually need markers to use the heart to find runes. Which is one of my favorite things about the fact that the heart can, you don't need markers to use the heart to help you find runes. The second thing we can do with the heart is we can listen to it.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
So the heart has the voice of the Empress, which seems, Jessamine, which seems to indicate that it is her heart.
All of time is meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries.
And here we have our first rune. Well, I think that we're going to spend it, actually, on Dark Vision, which is a very useful ability. See in the dark and see living beings through walls, including their fields of vision. Representations of the sounds that you make are also visible. I think level 2 does... well, what's weird is it won't let me... Oh, here we go. Level 2, see in the dark and see living beings through walls, including their fields of vision, representations of sounds you make. See useful objects and security systems through walls as well. Yeah, okay. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy Dark Vision, which is super useful. So now we can use this to get a little edge over our enemies in stealth.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
A reminder to all citizens, inspect your neighbors' faces closely. If there is any sign of blood on the eyelids or cheeks, you must notify one of the city watch.
So the fact that we could see the tattoo still on our hand, the mark still on our hand, means that, you know, our dream wasn't completely a dream. Whether we had a dream and it affected us physically, or whether that wasn't a dream at all, is certainly something up for debate. And we're gonna check on the audiographs, see if they've changed.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although Father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
27 chapters by the time he's at 13 in his memoir. That is pretty fucking crazy, dude. That guy has a heck of a life. I can't imagine it. And let's listen to Admiral Havelock's, see if his audio has changed.
Corvo seems to have arrived in good shape. Much better than I expected, given what I've seen of Coldridge Prison. He seems willing to work with us, and he shouldn't lack for motivation. The man has lost everything. We'll judge how he performs in the field. And if I can, I'll find a way to test him personally.
Okay. So, what the fuck does test him personally mean? That sounds ominous. Havelock.
Let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Cambell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Cambell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Cambell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Okay, look out for Martin. Sounds like a go.
Oh,
Oh, hello?
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Cambell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Cambell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
I literally have not assassinated anyone yet, so, you know, you can calm down with the, you know, the tone before you had your current job. Well, I don't have the job yet. I mean, I guess I have it. I've been hired, but I have not actively performed a mission yet, so. Sammy!
Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps seeing Piero before venturing into the Overseer's nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear you can get together.
I already visited him yesterday. I don't need to go again. Let's roll. Unless that's a thing I need to do.
When you want to set out, just give the word. Ready to go?
Okay, yeah.
Let's give the signal.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. Take me to the distillery.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. The City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. Don't know which is worse. You just take your pick.
Okay. Well, see you later, Sam.
If you decide to go up Clavering, don't let the guards spot you.
Oh, I don't think I'm going up Clavering. That seems like a bad move. Seems like a bad time.
But easy, damn it. Keep 'em in the...
Arthur's note. Dearest Gwen, the city is going to burn. I've sold everything, so there's nothing more for me here now except you. I'll wait for you where Clavering Boulevard crumbles into the river, where we used to meet. We'll take the money I've made and bribe our way onto a passing whale ship. I won't leave without you, and if you won't come, I'd rather be rat food. Love, Arthur.
Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
So, we are going to start. I happen to know the location of a bone charm.
What is it? I think that last one was moving.
But the first thing we need to do is take out this guard.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Gully ain't moving no more.
So, let's get in the habit of actually hiding these bodies properly. I think right here's... Jeez, please tell me you didn't die. Oh, thank God. Oh, shit. Why do I jump off those chains? It's so dangerous. Like, every time I try to jump off one, it just goes to absolute shit. And here's the bone charm. Bone charms provide small supernatural benefits. Locate them by listening for the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charms section of the journal. Some money. A skewer. Well, let's go see what bone charm we got. We got Spirited 1. Potions give you slightly more mana. Well, we don't have any others. Might as well equip it. Pretty good one. Pretty good one. Okay. Now that we got that, we're going to head back down, quick as you will. If we can. Ooh, okay. Oh, we got bit a little. Oh no, we're getting bit again. Oh fuck. We are getting torn to shreds because I can't get out. Fuck! This is absolutely... This is terrifying. This is just horrific. Oh my God. That was awful. Do not try to climb up on those boats, people. Fuck. Here we have an area map. So every place does have a map, which will be super useful for us. I forgot about it, but you always have to find them, right? You don't come with them as base. So Holger Square is where the Overseers are. So that's the end goal. But before we go to Holger Square, we're going to want to do a few things here. 2 leads us to the Golden Cat. I don't think we want to go there yet. 4 is Clavering Boulevard. And 3 is the Old Dunwall Distillery. And as you can see, if we take a right here, we can go into some alleyways, which I think is gonna be our strategy. We're on the fucking trail of I think a bone charm or a rune. No, I think it's a rune. But we're on its goddamn trail.
Oh no, that's not a nice thing. Just garbage.
And this is Granny Rag's house. But don't worry, she's a nice old gal. We'll talk to her.
I think the little birdies are sad today. Dear? Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies. Here. Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Ah, well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you?
Sure, that's a little disturbing, but,
Granny,
yeah, I mean,
Granny,
I'm
come
game.
out with me instead. Granny,
Right? I mean, I'm all for the weird stuff. But we're gonna go to here, this is where the bone charm was, just to confirm. Yeah.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family. But an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
So there we get a little bit of story about the Outsiders' relationship with the Overseers, right? The Overseers are a group of religious fanatics who basically want to purge magic and anyone who follows the Outsider from the world. Interesting thing is, so Granny Rags greets us by saying, it's been a while since, are you my husband? She says, are you my husband? And the reason that's interesting is because obviously we get confirmed there that she never married, it seems. So it seems more likely that she's referring to someone else.
Have a listen.
She has given herself fully to the Outsider.
There we go. So there we get the implication that she is a practitioner of magic like us. And the idea that she has given herself fully to the Outsider seems to indicate that maybe she considers the Outsider to be her husband. And I think this is from Dishonored 2, but it kind of backs up my point because Corvo and the Outsider have a passing, slight resemblance. They have a very similar hair color, both pale skin. So you could imagine maybe confusing one for the other if you had poor eyesight.
Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, slap.
Oh shit. I didn't think they would see that. Well, they saw it. Ow! Shit! Well, there went all my good stuff. It's too bad. Hey, Granny.
Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come.
Let's go see what's upstairs on the vanity. A rune!
I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that Slackjaw is the worst of the lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious.
Okay. So now we have the unfortunate position of having to go to Clavering
You'll
Boulevard.
have to go, or they won't come.
You'll have to go or they won't come. And the reason that's unfortunate is because Clavering Boulevard is filled with guards. If we want to do Granny's quest, which I don't see why not. Although I do, actually I don't know. I think doing Granny's quest is a high chaos move because it involves like killing a whole gang. Just like it involves slaughtering like a whole gang of people. So we probably don't want to do that, do we? I mean, that seems like a bit of a rough thing to do. I think we'll check out the whiskey distillery, see what's inside, right?
You sound afraid.
Damn right I am. Doubt ain't no ordinary man. Touched by the outsider he is, given dark powers. He can slit your throat across the room.
We should be able to enter the distillery without messing with any of these guys, I think. Ideally.
Picked up anything good?
Whew. Okay, that was intense. It might behoove us to, at this point, use our dark vision to keep an eye on everyone. Recipe for Craxton. Craxton, I'm coming tomorrow to check out on the batch. Make sure you're wearing pants this time and stick to the recipe. 1 part Sokolov's elixir, 1 part beach gum paste, 2 parts sugar water. That's it. The more of the real shit you cut in, the less there is to spread around, and the less coin I make. This ain't a charity. Slackjaw. So yeah, they're basically making fake elixir that they can resell at a higher quantity.
Drunk? Says he still hears it at night. He never did find his brother.
Okay, I know I'm gonna fuck up with this chain jump, and then I'm gonna be absolutely fucked. So I'm actually gonna use blink to make sure I get there all right. There we go. Let's get this guy before he turns around. That would be ideal. Don't go out there. Don't go out there. There we go. See, wasn't that easy just to pass out from being choked to death? I think no one will notice you. Back here. It's a comfy spot to take a nap, don't you think? Bootleg still instructions. Attach an empty elixir vial to the spout before you turn the thing on. Turn on the valve on, collect the full vial, repeat until empty. Do not break vials. Not smelling elixir. No sweet flakes. Huh. Can we make... Oh, so it's okay, so we actually get health elixir out of it. That's super cool. Wonder if there's any more, well, if we find any more empty vials, we'll have to bring them here. A spring razor is a very disturbing trap that I hope we never have to use, but it basically cuts people to shreds when they walk through it. Like, literally cuts them in half. It is pretty gruesome. Fuck! Okay, well, my entire body just fell apart on that one. That scared the shit out of me. I need to change my pants, but good to know we resolved that issue. Jesus.
Any fools settled in over here?
Oh man, there's a ton of people right out there. I don't think we need to go into the, that beehive. We're just gonna go back over here in the good place, eh? Hey, little rat. Hey, bone charm. 2 out of 5 found. The Blood Ox Heart. Your max mana has been slightly increased. Well, that's pretty good. Okay. 2 things enhancing our powers. I'm gonna quickly get out the heart.
There is a strong drink made here. I tried it once. Distilled from river crusts by the taste of it. The brothels sprang up around the distilleries. They are inseparable.
I think we'll leave all the bottom floor stuff alone because it would involve choking out those guys. And while it could be, you know, it's theoretically possible to do that. No thanks. Okay. Ugh. And then we just need to duck behind cover. Quick as you like. Shit. That guy's right there. Let's get out. Woo! Okay. We got him. Oh, we're kind of precarious up here. Woo! Haha! Okay, we did it. We raided the distillery. I'm proud of us. We didn't have to kill anyone. We weren't really discovered. I think at one point they kind of almost saw us for like a second, but overall we were pretty much just fine. So I consider that a total success. I hope you do too. Are those bad guys? I think those are bad guys. In that case, let's not fuck with them. Am I right?
It's not what we heard.
It was just a cold. Are you sure? Because you know we have to check you over.
And there's an inspection fee.
Out.
Oh, oh, what an opportunity! Great! That just went a humdinger.
I owe you, brother.
Hello.
I won't ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Are you offering to buy my
some
stuff?
Of the things I found? Good prices, I swear.
Yeah, I would love to. Let's see. I'll tell you what, might as well. I'll buy the lens magnification blueprints. And the Sokolov's formula blueprints. And I have a little money left, so I'll buy another sleep dart, just in case. Thanks, buddy. Good doing business with you. Also, I hear the strong call of a bone charm in the next room. Oh, wait, but before we raid this, I'm really getting into this. One of my favorite parts about this game is how you can just kind of go wandering and find little cool areas, right? It's not an RPG, but it's a great game for exploration. That's one of the reasons I love it. Let me throw you in there. Oh God, gotta love a trash can. Best place to hide people. I don't know why we need to hide them in there, but you know, just cause. Bone charm. Let's see what it is. The clockwork malfunction. Enemy grenades take slightly more time to explode. Well, that's all right. That's pretty good if we end up getting into a battle. I'll probably prefer other bone charms to it, but we don't have a third that it's competing with, so might as well equip it. And also, I think I like reading. Oh, Geographical Survey, West Pandician Basin. Excellent. I like reading books every once in a while just to keep some, just to jab some lore in there. And this sounds interesting. Bone charms. Excerpt from a book on sailing traditions and scrimshaw. Bone charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from father to son. Old man's salt to greenhorn still getting his sea legs beneath him. In the old times, men cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of bears that roamed the isles north of Tivia. Once the whale trade began, the practitioners went to engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night, and grant some small boon to a man's vigor or defense against pregnancy. That's pretty great. So they have bone charms that are basically like getting a. It's like the pill. I don't know. Or is it like a vasectomy? I don't know what it. It's interesting, is what it is. And it's very useful for a sailor to protect against pregnancy. They're well known as kind of being sexually promiscuous. Oh, what about that? This place is looking fucking dreary. Mother's Journal, 8th entry. It's the 4th day of the month of rain. Morris is sick, and so are the children. I've avoided it thus far, which is good fortune, since it has fallen to me to care for them. 9th entry. The city watch comes and goes, knocking on doors and asking for signs of plague. Even our neighbors cannot be trusted. Earlier it was difficult to keep the children quiet. Now they sleep most of the time. 10th entry. The flies have set in. I try to keep them away, but I can barely get close. They sting so. Most of the time, Morris won't answer me when I try to talk to him from across the room. 11th entry. Morris is gone. I don't know what I'll do. For now, all my hope is reserved for the children. Leaving the flat for a while near dawn, I found some plague bags from a guard booth while no one was around. It took a while, but I got Morris into one of the bags. At least his face is covered. 12th entry. Young Robert has passed. The star of my sky is gone. Page missing. 17th entry. Elise stopped breathing in the middle of the night. She was such a headstrong girl. I can hardly believe she was overcome. She was always near as I cut up hagfish or vegetables, arguing with me about everything. 18th entry. It is the 4th day of the month of wind. It has settled in that they are lost to me, all of them. I cannot bring myself to call the dead counter. 19th entry. I have the fever now. No guards come near anymore. That's fucked. Another interesting locale. I think a lot of these places, if you search them, if you've had a high chaos beginning to the game and you killed a lot of people and you search these places, they'll have weepers in them. But we've had a fairly low chaos game. We've accidentally killed a few people, but for the most part, we've stayed away from it. Also, we just found a rewire tool, which we can use to mess with stuff, which that's always fun. We have so much Sokolov's health elixir that we literally can't get anymore. That's amazing. Oh, shit. Shit!
Please, not now.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, where am I? Clavering Boulevard, that's where I am. They haven't discovered me, have they? Oh no! I think they discovered me. I'm not sure what to think of that. But, question. Is all of Clavering Boulevard safe right now? Shit, we're gonna move quickly. Woo! Okay. Haha! Hoo-ha! Yaka! That was crazy. We are going to enter Dr. Galvani's offices and see what we find inside. Okay, we are right in the thick of it. I don't think there's anyone up here. We'll keep an eye out, but I think we're safe for now.
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander's zoological survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
So it turns out that plague rats are not like normal rats, hence the fact that they fucking swarm and eat people. Who knew? They're not normal. I just couldn't have guessed. This is the first time in the game we get to see like a nicer area, right? This is clearly well kept. Things aren't absolutely going to hell, which is good. Well, good for this guy.
Did you touch the door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yeah, I think so.
Then you have to scrub. The rats get their vital essences everywhere, the doctor said.
Vital essences? Does that mean guts?
I think so. So your hands need scrubbing. You're clean.
Unclean? That's nonsense. Can't we just...
No, I told you. With rubbing alcohol or white vinegar.
All right, all right. What is he doing there all day? Ambrose says he breeds rats that carry the plague.
Your friends are ignorant. The doctor is a brilliant man. If anyone can save this city, it's him.
The royal physician is going to save us. I hear his new elixir is twice as good against the plague.
I don't understand how Galvani can admire Sokolov. Royal physician or not, I hear Telly's a beast. A superstitious philanderer who spends more time with prostitutes than he does in the laboratory.
Is this what it's going to be like when we're married? It is, isn't it?
I hope not. I'm telling you now, I don't have the endurance for it.
Holy shit, those two are gonna get married? That's so weird. They just happen to both be here. Wild. Just wild. Okay, interesting. Nice. Oh, sweet mother. Okay, I did not see that that guy was coming up the stairs. Okay. We're just gonna come up right behind and give him the old knockout and hide. On the toilet, sort of. I got close. That's pretty close. I'm proud of that. Where to hide her? Where would be a good place? Maybe in the fire pit? Yeah, no one's gonna notice her there. It's very discreet. Super discreet. We found Galvani's bedroom and quite a few interesting items in here. Some sleep arts, some money, some elixir, and a journal. I've been invited to a soiree at the Boyle estate. Of course I won't attend. The 28th day of the 7th month, the month of high cold, is the day I met Anton Sokolov at the academy. Why would I tarnish the anniversary of the most important day of my life by licking aristocratic boots? I have no time for fools. I will be solving the riddle of this plague. Perhaps I'll raise a cup of Divian Red.
What? Got you now. Watch it. He's metal.
Well, that could have gone better. But thankfully for us, they were the last boys in here, and we have a lot of sleep darts, so it was all fine. Everything's fine. I may have been a little impatient there. I'm pretty sure the whole place is empty now. Because, I mean, if they didn't hear that fucking racket. But I'll throw them in here just in case. Feeding log. 4th day, month of wind. Assorted human remains. Strong appetite. 10th day, month of wind. 1 bag Tivian pears. Bruised, rotted. Rats uninterested. 11th day, month of wind. 1 tin potted whale meat. Eaten. 13th day, month of wind. Human torso. No trouble finding corpse parts. Ew. 17th day, month of wind. No feeding. Aggression increased. Incident of cannibalism. 20th day, month of wind. Incident with previous maidservant. Will withhold feeding until 1st day, month of darkness. What the fuck happened with the previous maidservant? Oh no, is this a maidservant's arm? Well, that's just disturbing. We probably don't want to let them out because then they'll just eat everyone in the fucking building. Is there anything really worthwhile in there? The answer is no. So who gives a shit, you know? Who gives a toss? I didn't notice this before, but in the 2nd floor, there is a safe. And we know from our mission clues that the most important day of Dr. Galvani's life is the 28th, is 28/7, the 28th day of the 7th month. So we can guess that the combination, oh, I passed 2, damn it, is 2, 8, 7. Now, something interesting and fun about these safes, if you can't find out the code and you're wondering what it is, and you're just like, man, I really want to get what's inside there. Well, technically you don't need the code. You could just play around with the numbers until you come across the right one. It'll only take you, it'll take you anywhere from 1 to 1,000 tries. So really not that bad when you think about it like that. And that's a lot of gold, so we'll accept that graciously.
They are burning whales.
I don't think there's any charms or runes in here, so I think we are good exiting Dr. Galvani's lab. Ow! I should have blinked down. That was a terrible mistake. Shit. Well, you live and you learn, eh? Those rats are back.
The doom of Pandysia has come to the city.
The doom of Pandysia has come to the city. I think that's a really interesting line. I forget if they say this specifically, but that seems to indicate that the rat plague originated in Pandysia. That it's some sort of fucked up shit from Pandysia. Oh, whew. Whew. Okay. Confiscated rune, Corporal Meadows. We found this strange rune on the woman who used to sell pastries up the street. Not sure how she died, but since the thing looks superstitious, we set it aside for the Overseers. After your shift is over, take it to them for disposal or whatever they do with them. Don't forget. Now we've got a lot of powers here. These ones on the bottom, they tend to just give us sort of passive enhancements. So vitality is health increase and health regen. Adrenaline is really good if you're going for a melee game. Agility is jump height is increased and falling damage reduced. Overall movement speed is increased. That one's really good. And Shadow Kill. Unaware enemies who don't see you turn to ash as they die. All enemies turn to ash as they die. So Shadow Kill is really cool. Shadow Kill and Bloodthirsty. So Shadow Kill is really good if you're going for a lethal secret play. Right, a lethal stealth playthrough. Bloodthirsty is really fun if you're going for an assault playthrough, which is where you're just kind of running around stabbing the shit out of people, because it lets you trigger really cool, string together combos, basically. We have Wind Blast. I've actually never taken that. Push back, knock down enemies, and shatter doors. So you can use it to shatter big doors and stuff like that. Devouring, I think you can use it to shatter certain doors that are locked, so that's pretty useful from that. Yeah, Devouring Swarm, basically rat swarm. It's pretty pretty gruesome. Bend Time, this is really cool. You can slow down time. Possession, which allows you to take control of animal targets, and then of course we have Blink and Dark Vision. So what we're probably going to do is, over the course of this, the kinds of things we're going to get, definitely, the only enhancement I'm really interested in is agility. Health isn't that important to us. Some other things, possession is really interesting and can be useful. And bend time can be really useful. So both of those would be worth investing. Since we're not really going for high chaos, Devouring Swarm, Wind Blast sounds kind of chaotic. So Devouring Swarm and Wind Blast, as well as Vitality, Shadow Kill, and Bloodthirsty aren't going to be that useful to us. But the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take Blink, because it is a longer... Basically, it extends the range of Blink, which is super useful. Because Blink, as you can probably imagine, is going to be your best power of the entire campaign. The entire game, I should say. So now we can blink right behind this wall.
Seen anything scary? You always amuse me.
And we can just slip right in to Holger
Yeah,
Square.
the second day is when the skin really starts to come all the way off. Is that true? Or is it the itching that really gets you? Or the rats?
Jasper, isn't it? It's not so bad in here. Except I miss your wife.
Oh!
Ha! You don't scare
Fucking
easy, I'll
sick
give you
burn!
that. That'll change.
Jasper, nighty night. We're gonna put Jasper in timeout.
It's me, Overseer Martin. What a sight you are in that mask. I know who you are and what you're here to do. And I can help.
Yeah?
Unlock me and I'll buy you a drink in a couple of days. By the Void, I'll buy you 100 drinks. I have poor circulation, and I seem to have forgotten my mittens, so I'd... Feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo. What you're here to do tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily, so kill Cambell and make it quick. Once it's done, search his body for the journal, his notorious black book, and get out of there. Cambell is meeting with a guard named Kernow, and word from my informant is that Cambell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. All right, I won't be of any help here, so I'll make my own way back to the Hound Pits pub. If I see Samuel the boatman, I'll tell him to pick you up in the backyard, behind the office of the High Overseer. May all the spirits guide you, and may our enemy's head hit the floor without you taking a scratch.
Okay. So, we just rescued Martin, another one of our conspirators, and now we are here at the entrance of Holger Square and the entrance of the Overseer's area. And this is where we're going to end off this episode. This is episode 2 of Dishonored. I think that this session went really well. I forget how fun it is to play around in the various sort of miscellaneous areas, search houses for loot, interact with the little side quests, right? Little side objectives. That's a lot of fun, right? We got to do Galvani's lab, we got to do the whiskey distillery, lots of fun stuff. But now we're here for the real deal. So next episode, we're gonna go in, deal with High Overseer Cambell, and then we're gonna deal with any like aftermath stuff back at the Hound Pits pub. The Hound Pits pub, yep. So I hope to see you then in episode 3 of Dishonored.